In this video, we're going to continue to work on our wall section, but before we do that, we need to make some adjustments to the site, to the contours. As I mentioned before, at least, perhaps this didn't happen when you created your contours, but we have this pitch kind of coming into the side of the structure. Same thing here. And we also have that condition even worse in structure number 2. So what we're going to need to do is go to the site plan and make some revisions to the topography. If you're getting positive drainage away from the building, then you do not need to do this. So what I'm going to do is click on the site and edit the surface. Okay. Now I'm getting a weird kind of condition here for this topography. So I must have some point in here that needs to be adjusted. So I'm going to try to figure out what's causing this weird topography to happen. I think what happened is when I added this one right here, it created, okay, this is at -3 and this is at -3 feet 6 inches. It basically generated a contour halfway between here. And if I take this one out, for example, you can see it goes back to, a straight line between there. So anyway, it may not be a problem as we kind of move forward with this, but I think what I'm going to do is add another point. Again, this is the -3 feet 6 contour. And even though this is in the middle of the structure, I'm going to add another one right here to sort of normalize that one right there. Okay, and I will go ahead and add a couple more of the 3'6" points. What I want to do is go a ways outside of the structure and back a little bit, because what I'm trying to do is create a little valley here for the water to flow. All right, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll come down and go back a little bit. And this way I'm getting a kind of channel for the water to flow through here. The other thing I'm going to do is these points here, as I've hit escape, and I wanted to check what this one is. It's -4. I'm going to drop this a little bit to -5. And I'll do the same thing with this one over here. -5. Okay, so what I've got here is a kind of, like I said, a valley or a channel or a swale in the topography that's going to help to bring the water outside of, or at least away from the building. So I'm going to hit the check mark and I'm going to go and take a look at my sheet with the transverse sections. Okay, so this one is maybe a little better. It still is not great. So I'll continue to sort of modify that contour. And then I'll also do something similar to the second one. All right. So I'm going to click on the contours and edit the surface. And I'm going to pull this maybe back even more. And the same thing with this one. Again, I want to get like some slope away from the structure. Okay, for the second one here, I have a contour point of -2 feet 6 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other one. I'm going to place a point -2 feet 6. I'm going to put it, approximately here, even though it's kind of cutting through the crawl space there. And I'm going to put a couple more. I'll put one back here. So this corner is -2 feet 6, -2 feet 6. And I'll do this one back a ways. Okay, and let's have a look when I hit the check mark and go take a look at the sheet again. All right, now I have a little bit better condition here in terms of the sloping away from the building. This one is okay. I'll make just a little bit more of a change to that. I'm going to click on it, edit the surface again, and drag it back even a little bit more. This one too. Yeah, that should help. Check mark. Okay, now there's a little bit more of a pitch there. This is doing something weird, but I'll leave that for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and make the repair to that because I think I'll include that in a future section. So we have these minus 2 feet 6 contours, and what I'm going to do is add another one for minus 3 feet. Place a point. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Click on it, edit the surface, and place a point, minus 3 feet. And I'll move one of these contours. I'll move it kind of back here like so. And let's see here. I will move that one just a little bit back, like so. And click on the check mark, and let's take a look at it one more time in our transfer section sheet. It's still there. See if I can figure out what the issue is here. Could be that this one is causing some kind of interference. So let's see here. I will edit the surface, place a point. This one is the minus 2 feet 6 inches one. And I will just shift that point a little bit back here. Still a problem. So I think the issue is I was working on the north side when this section is, the problem area is right here on the south side. So what I'm going to do is place a point. I think this is a 3 foot height, minus 3 feet. And I'll put the point back here. Click on the check mark and okay, so it's moved a little bit further. So I'm in, I'm close to having this resolved site. I think this one may be causing a little bit of a problem too. So I'm going to click on this and do some more editing of the surface. I'll put a 3 foot 6 point a little bit further back, and that should pull everything. And we'll put it back here and check mark. Okay. So anyway, I think we're closer to having this resolved, but anyway, you can try to play around with those contour points and generate your negative pitch. Okay, so I've got a little bit more pitch here, and I'm going to go to the site contour so you can kind of see what changes that I made to kind of generate a slight gradual change of grade from the high point up here to the low point down there.